Batuhan Tufaner. I'm an assistant professor at Beykent University. The name of my article is The Impacts of Sectoral Value Added to Economic Growth in Turkey. As you know, the origins of economics are based on the balance between unlimited needs and scarce resources. This constraint has prompted economists to consider how to increase their production capacity and how much they will produce which goods. In this historical process, it has become inevitable for economists to increase their production capacities and also realize structural transformations. At this point, the question arises in which sector the productivity and added value in production contribute more to economic growth. Agriculture is an important component of economic growth in developing countries and constitutes a large part of employment. On the other hand, manufacturing has played a key role in rapid economic growth since the Industrial Revolution. With the liberalization period after 1980, it was understood that the share of manufacturing in production decreased and there was a tendency towards the service sector in the developing countries. As you know, agriculture is an important component of economic growth and agricultural value added, which supports other sectors through resource transfer. It can affect economic growth by creating a market for non-agricultural goods and services. However, it's seen that the importance given to agriculture decreases as countries become industrialized. With this respect, the manufacturing industry has been the key to rapid economic growth since the Industrial Revolution. It's possible for relatively behind countries to catch up with developed countries with the development of a strong manufacturing industry sector. However, with the liberalization period after 1980, the share of the industrial sector in total income and total employment decreased in both developed and developing countries. Income and unemployment share of service sectors have increased, especially in developing countries without a certain industrial infrastructure. The decrease in the share of industry in production and employment causes developing countries to become dependent on service sectors without using the opportunities provided by industrialization. However, developing countries need to use their current scarce resources in the most efficient way to achieve their targeted economic growth rate. In this process, directing investments to key sectors with the highest backward and forward linkage effect will initiate the structural change process in the country's economy and contribute to the growth and also development process. In this context, it's important to research the added values in agriculture, industry, and services sectors and to reveal sectoral productivity. The aim of this study to research the impacts of agriculture, industry, and services value added on economic growth in Turkey using econometric analysis methods. For this purpose, the relationship between variables was analyzed using regression and Granger causality methods for the period 1969 and 2019. In the first part of the study, a literature review on the subject is included. In the second part of the study, the data and method used in the study are discussed. The research findings are given in the following section. In this context, the results of the unit root test, regression analysis, and Granger causality analysis are presented. According to the results of the regression analysis, it was seen that the value added that contributed to most economic growth was the service sectors, 0.47. Next came manufacturing with 0.32, and finally the agricultural sector with a coefficient of 0.19. On the other hand, Granger causality test results shows that there is a mutual causality relationship between economic growth and manufacturing value added. In addition to that, it appeared that there is a one-sided causality from economic growth to agricultural value added. Analysis results reveal that the value added in the agriculture and manufacturing industry doesn't support sufficiently economic growth. The results of the study are as expected. The aim of the study is to draw attention that the services sector is at the forefront and the manufacturing and agriculture sectors are not productive enough in Turkey. According to the results of the study, although it's seen that the increase in the value added in the services sector affects the economic growth more, the value added in the manufacturing and agriculture sector should also be increased. For this purpose, it's recommended to give incentives for these sectors in order to increase the value added in the agriculture and manufacturing sector. Also, it's important that policymakers secure policies that will increase productivity in these sectors, both in practice and by enacting laws. I hope this article will be useful to readers and researchers. Thanks for listening.